A wall of fire beside a London railway line. 50 tons of waste went up in flames. Trains stopped, passengers trapped in delays, and 100 firefighters fighting through the night. And this is not the first time the same waste site burned just 3 months ago. Now London is asking, why does this place keep catching fire? Passengers travelling through southeast London on the night of August 18th got a view most commuters never bargained for. A wall of flame just yards from their carriage windows as their train edged past a waste facility engulfed in fire. 15 fire engines and around 100 firefighters were sent to Landmann Way in Deptford shortly before 8 p.m, tackling a blaze involving roughly 50 tons of household waste. The London Fire Brigade said the building's structure had been severely damaged, and crews did not bring the fire under control until just after 2 a.m. the following morning. Station Commander Duncan Rees described the conditions crews faced on the ground.
Crews worked hard in difficult conditions to bring the fire under control.
Turntable ladders, one stretching 32 meters and another 64, were used as water towers to douse the flames from above. The brigade said it had taken more than 160 calls reporting the fire, with crews drawn from East Greenwich, Old Kent Road, Deptford and surrounding stations. The disruption spread well beyond the fire ground. The entire Windrush Overground line was suspended, with the London Fire Brigade citing an unsafe structure next to the railway. National Rail warned of cancellations and delays of up to 100 minutes on services into London Bridge from New Cross. A local resident described spotting the blaze while cycling home from the shops.
I was coming back from Tesco's and I could see the smoke from the road. We cycled back to mine and realized it was just across the road. It's pretty mental.
The cause of the fire remains unknown, but it is not the first time this site has burned. Firefighters tackled a blaze at the same facility in June, when a van and a car were destroyed and one man was treated at the scene by London Ambulance Service. Residents nearby were urged to keep windows and doors shut as smoke drifted across the area, visible for miles as it lit up the London skyline through the night. By the morning of August 19th, crews remained on site working through the remaining pockets of fire, with the building reduced to a burnt-out shell and mounds of debris left behind. For commuters and residents alike, the question now is not just what caused Tuesday's fire, but why the same facility is burning for the second time this summer. A major wildfire tearing through Dunwich Heath in Suffolk has prompted mass evacuations and put emergency crews on alert near 3 nuclear power stations on the Suffolk coast in the UK. According to BBC, the blaze broke out at the National Trust Reserve on the evening of July 29 and has now burned for more than 19 hours, with fire crews warning it could take another 1 to 2 days to bring it under control. Suffolk Fire and Rescue Service says the fire now covers roughly 100 hectares, an area compared to about 140 football pitches. Around 90 firefighters and 14 fire engines remain on scene, backed by drone support to track the blaze through the night. Incident Commander Christopher May said crews had worked through the night to protect lives and property, adding that operations would continue given what he called the size and complexity that they face.
Crews are trying to minimize the impact on the local environment as much as possible. These can have dramatic and devastating effects to wild land and does make it extremely challenging in this heat for firefighters to manage.
Around 200 caravans were evacuated overnight from Cliff House Holiday Park, along with nearby cottages, after residents were woken and told to leave immediately. Some holidaymakers said they had only minutes to gather belongings before being taken to a relief centre at Westleton Village Hall, where villagers offered beds and breakfast to those displaced. Shifting winds on the morning of July 30 forced further evacuations, with the fire now moving east. The blaze sits close to Sizewell B, the UK's largest nuclear power station, located roughly 4 miles away, along with the neighbouring decommissioned Sizewell A and the under-construction Sizewell C site about 10 miles off. Suffolk County Council said there was no current risk to Sizewell B, given the fire's distance and direction of travel, though officials stressed the situation remained dynamic. The fire has also spread into RSPB Minsmere, a nature reserve bordering the heath. Area manager Adam Rowlands described it as the worst blaze the site had seen in living memory, warning some habitats could take up to 25 years to recover. Fire officials believe the blaze was most likely started by human activity, either accidental or deliberate, though the cause remains under investigation. Suffolk had been officially declared a drought zone just 1 day before the fire broke out, with weeks of dry weather leaving vegetation across the region highly flammable. Rain is now forecast overnight into July 31, offering firefighters some hope of relief, with no strong winds expected to complicate the response further. No injuries have been reported so far. Roads around the heath remain closed, and both the public and holidaymakers are being urged to stay away while emergency crews continue their work. The taps are running, the reservoirs are shrinking, and England is drying out faster than at any point in recent memory. Half the country is now officially in drought, with the Environment Agency confirming July is on track to be the driest on record, coming just months after winter floods soaked the same ground. 7 regions have been declared: East Anglia, Hertfordshire, London, the Thames Valley, Hampshire and the Isle of Wight, Devon and Cornwall, the West Midlands and Wessex. Helen Wakeham, who chairs the National Drought Group, put it plainly.
The hot and dry weather means we are currently using water faster than nature can replenish it. A second consecutive summer drought is an exceptionally serious situation, and one that will have long-lasting impacts on our environment, wildlife, and the economy.
It is the 3rd time England has slipped into drought in 5 years, after 2022 and 2025. This time the numbers are stark. July has delivered just 7% of its expected rainfall, and in southern England, that figure drops to 1%. Parts of Devon have gone 50 days without a drop. Reservoir, topped up by a wet winter, are now sitting more than 7% below where they should be for this time of year. Wimbleball in the southwest and Blagden near Bristol are both rated exceptionally low. 40% of England's population is currently under a hosepipe ban, spanning 7 water companies including Thames Water, Southern Water and South East Water. The Met Office's Will Lang offered little hope of relief.
There is little sign of the widespread sustained rainfall that would be needed. There is little sign of the widespread sustained rainfall that would be needed to make a significant difference to the areas most affected by the dry weather.
Rivers are suffering too. Nearly 4 in 5 are running below normal, and at Tucker's Pond in Oxfordshire, the Environment Agency used chemical aeration to stop fish dying as algae bloomed in the heat. The dry spell coincides with England's 4th heatwave of the summer, with temperatures forecast to hit 35 degrees Celsius on July 30th. A new UK June temperature record was also confirmed this week, 38 degrees, beating the previous high of 37.7. That heat is doing more than making people uncomfortable. Scientists say it is pulling moisture out of soil and vegetation at a rate that is fueling wildfire risk, with 110 fires already recorded at England's protected sites this year, while France and Spain continue battling blazes of their own near Bordeaux.